Thank you for joining me. This time I will work on this watercolor painting. You can see the materials that I use in the description. I would love to see how you do and give you my feedback. So if you can, come join me on Patreon and access my full learning center. This video is sponsored by enjoyingart brushes. These quality brushes give you a whole different experience in watercolor painting. Learn more and order yours today at enjoyingart.com brushes. We're going to take a look at, this is going to be the tree. The background, I'm going to have it from here going all the way up. That's just the very soft mountain over here, like that. Okay, and this will be the foreground area. Okay, this is good. And we can actually just put a little color here. Okay, just any color you want. Just give a little mark. Okay, coming down a little bit this way. Okay, like that. So this is the top of the ground, and the tree was going up over here. So we can just put about a little bit less than half from the top. Okay, here you go, little dry brush mark, and then coming over here like that. Okay, that's good. And the top of the tree, it will be here, right there. Okay, this is good. Just a little planning. Okay, yeah, I can change the shape if you want. Okay, that's good. Okay, and then there's just two trees in the background over here. I think that I'm gonna have them a little bit closer together. So one over here, and the other one over here. And the tree in the background doesn't really need to be very sharp or very dark. Okay, control the value contrast of that. So this is good. This is going to be very simple, easy paintings. And let me also remind you about our brush set. Okay, this is the flat brush. I'm going to use it for the background. And this is the calligraphy brush. I'm going to use it for the line, the details work. Learn more how to use these two brushes. Just use the link over here, enjoyingart.com/brushes, and you will see videos show you how to prepare the technique of use these both brushes. Okay, and this is the link in the video descriptions to join us, become a member of enjoyingart on Patreon. Now let's start painting wet into wet. I'm going to taking care of the top over here. You don't have to overuse the wet into wet. And the bottom over here, we're going to keep a little bit more texture, a little bit more drive. Okay, I'm just going to use the water to wet it here. That's good. When I come a little bit closer to the bottom, I'm going to stop the wetting. Okay, like right here. This is good. And my paper is about like 5 or 6, about 10 degrees. Okay, slanted like this. So the water, it would running down is not going to stay in the middle of the paper. Enough tilted. Okay, and this is good. And I'm going to mix a little gray color. So I'm going to have the yellow. And why don't I put it over here? The yellow and the red and the Prussian blue together. And will become the gray color. And have a little bit more blue. This is good. Okay, a little bit more red and the blue. It's very easy to mix the color just with these three primary colors. Okay, a little bit. It look a little bit green, so it's good to have a little bit more red mixed into it. This is good. And this is an important skill that be able to see the 3 primary colors inside every color that you see, like including in the reference, analyze them. Okay, this is good. Now I'm going to start over here and even a little bit more blue. Okay, here we go. I'm coming up over here. Now that's the water. It's all the wetted. This is pretty good. And at the bottom over here, I'm going to have even a little bit more blue. Okay, like that. That's good. And the top over here, just have some very soft, just brush on it. This is good. And let it soft, wet into wet. Softly, merge together. Okay. Okay, this is good. And the bottom over here, I'm just going to use a little bit more red color in it. Okay. As you see, I don't actually use a lot of color, a lot of paint. Okay, just get a little color, and this is good enough. Okay, now a little bit darker. So I'm gonna tap on it. So change the color a little bit, the color a little bit brighter. And we can come back also add a little bit darker color at the bottom. Okay, but this is considered the midground. Okay, I'm gonna have that. Come and continue. It's very easy. Follow this step by step, and if you be patient, and you'll be able to do anything you want. Okay, this is not problem. Painting is supposed to be easy. Painting watercolor even easier than other. Okay, this is good. And it's already have some kind of, you can actually have this color coming up a little bit more if you want to, like that. Tap on it, and this is easier and simple, right? This is good. And now come to the bottom over here. Now I'm going to change it to have a little bit more gray color, and the top over here can be a little bit lighter. Okay, I can leave that, come back to do that a little bit later. I'm going to start from the bottom over here coming up. Okay, and then watch out, the top over here is still wet, right? So if you want to have the feeling of like snowing, and we can splash some water on it. So just, we can do that in a moment. Okay, now I'm gonna see that a little bit more red with the blue color. Okay, that's good. At the front over here, now I'm gonna have the little bit dry brushes. Okay, like this. Texture can create the feeling of the distance. Okay, I'm gonna have a little bit more, just these 2 colors together. Okay, I can open up a little bit. I don't really need this much wet. So I can have little tissues. Okay, take out the excess wet. Okay, let's take a look. Create a texture feeling. Like that. That's good. Keep working on that to create. When you have a little bit more texture, a little bit more will give you a lot more convincing that is closer to us. Okay, here you go, like that. We can come back to do a little bit more in a moment. Okay, over here I'm gonna just have a little big shape over here, show a little hill like that. This is good. Okay, texture is very important. The value, light and dark, and that's are all important. Okay, this is good. And now I'm going to even set, I don't think I need to add anything more at the bottom over here. I think this is pretty good already. And the bottom naturally have a little bit darker color already, right? So I'm going to set a little bit red color at the bottom over here, closer to us over here. Have a little bit red and a little bit blue, like this. This is good. Now I'm going to just tap on it like that. So any believable texture, it really can make it feel that it's closer to us. Okay, that's good. A little bit bright color at the front. That's just good. And give it just a little subtle, a little bit more of the texture like that. Just use the corner of this brush. Okay, a little bit blue. That's good enough. Okay, a little bit more over here. Okay, we're gonna leave it like that. That's good. You know, from 2024, from this year, I'm gonna do almost daily paintings in the morning. Okay, coming a little bit more in over here. Okay. Also, the full videos on YouTube only for the few days, and then it's going to only viewable from the member learning center. So if you're not yet a member, join us. We need your support. Okay, in the middle over here, now I'm going to use my fingers. Just take the water, and now what I want to do, I'm just going to splash it onto the background. And that's good. It will look like snowing. I'm going to work a little bit more in the white space over here. So now it's getting a little bit dry already. So this is good. I'm going to just get a little bit gray color, a little bit blue. And now I'm going to set the color in here. Give it a little bit dimmer. Okay, otherwise this is going to take all the tension in here. Okay, like that. That's good. Make it a little bit softer. So this, now you can see the ground is not actually going to be the first thing you're going to look at. What is the first thing we want the people look at is the trees, right? This is important. Okay. We're going to leave it for a few minutes. We don't have to wait until it fully dries. If it still have a little wet, that will be perfect for the trees in the midground. Now we're going to mix these two colors together, and the blue color and the red color together. And don't have to make it too dark, okay? Limit the contrast so we can create a better suggestions of the distance. Now we're painting the big branches first. Okay, start over here. When you're painting tree, make sure that you paint a little bit slower, okay? Don't make it too fast. That's good. Like that. A little bit soft. Here we go. And slow down. Okay. If you don't paint too fast, it doesn't look like tree. Okay. That's good. I'm gonna have a little branch right here. Now paint a little bit smaller. Okay, that's good. That's good. Like that. You don't have to make it very clear. Again, this is the distance. Remind yourself how dark, how clear you want it to be. Like that. So this is good. Now we're going to change it to this brush. this tree. Okay, there you go. Right in here. Okay, let's get a little bit bigger at the bottom over here. Wonderful. That's good. Take a look at that. Enjoy the process. It's very simple. Look at that. A little bit lighter and smaller, getting into the tip. Okay, that's good. All right, I'm gonna have a little bit darker somewhere. Okay, but again, still limit. Don't make it too dark. Okay, a little bit over here. Okay, that's good. All right. And then we're going to use the dry brush. Okay, just use a little tissue. Open up this brush like that. This is good. And now I'm going to tap on the tip. Okay, right here. Make it feel like they are very, very small. The tip over here. That's good. When in the distance, you cannot really see it too clearly. Okay. Okay, that's good. And then coming over here and do the same thing, like that. Just open the brush, it will stay, keep the shape. Okay, that's good. Like that. And also the background over here, we can also see some textures too. There's some small texture. Like that. Okay. Give a little bit. If you want to pull it a little bit closer to the viewer, and it's a good idea to have a little bit more contrast. But if you don't, if you want to be a little bit away from the audience and more in the distance, less attention, you can just keep it soft and simple. Okay, just give a little bit. I think this is pretty good. The background looks good. The tree looks good. And now we're gonna working on the main tree. Okay. All right, the main tree, we're gonna paint the branch, the big branch. Now we can paint a little bit darker. Okay, here we go. Now take a look at. I just these two colors together. They're pretty good. All right, this is good. If you want to have a little bit more yellow, and just take the little yellow color from here, and it will be a little bit more gray. Okay, also appear a little bit more brown color. Okay, let's take a look. We're gonna have this star in the middle over here, like that. And now the background mostly already dried, so this is good. Draw slower. And a little bit more crisp, a little bit more clear. Now I'm gonna have a little bit more blue, a little bit darker, like that. This is good. Coming down over here. Okay, slowly. I'm gonna have a little bit more blue. Coming down over here, that's good. And stop at the bottom here. So we're gonna show a little bit more clear separation between this part of the branch, this tree trunk, and the other side. Okay, That's good. Coming down over here. That's good. Okay. Now, I'm going to give a little bit lighter. That's good. Like that. Okay. Let's come back to that in a moment. Now, continue over here. Take a look at this branch. I try to avoid it to being too vertical, so I'm going to have to make a little bit angle. Like that. Here you go. That's good. That's wonderful. Look at it again. And I'm going to continue on a bigger part of the tree trunk. I'm going to have a little bit more blue color. That's good. Now take a look at the top over here, coming to the top. Okay, don't make it too big. Now it's supposed to be smaller and smaller going up. Okay, this is good. And I'm going to take a look at some smaller, like right here. I'm going to have a little bit smaller. Connect that too. That's good. All right. And this is pretty good so far. Now I'm going to take a look at right in the middle over here, star coming over. Look at it and analyze it and make it to be your own. A little bit slower, like that. That's pretty good. Slow down. Slow down. This is good, like that. Okay. Okay, we'll come back to that a little bit later. I want to coming back to the bottom over here to give it a little bit more details. A little bit darker over here. Have a little bit more red. And here you go. A little bit darker over here. And the bottom over here, a little bit darker too. Okay, that's good. And that's good. Shadow. Very well. Now we're going to continue coming back to the top. So somewhere a little bit lighter, somewhere a little bit darker. That make it very interesting to look at. Okay. I'm going to take a look at this side. Okay. I'm going to have this one slowly coming down. That's good. And there's a one over here. Slowly. That's very good. Now take a look at, this is quite a bit of complicated over here, but I don't want to do too much in here. Maybe just one or two. Okay. Maybe another one over here. Okay, coming over here, this side. That's good. That's all right. Now I'm going to keep going up to the top over there. And small. Okay, here you go. Coming over here. And gradually connect to this branch. This is good. like that. And then have another one. Slowly connect over here. Ooh, that's really nice. And we're gonna have a little bit turning around on this side, like that. All right, coming up a little bit over here, and then have this. Don't make it too straight, okay? A little bit curve, slowly. That's beautiful, like that. Okay, that's good. All right, that's good. That's it's maybe a little bit too much like a going up straight. So we need to extend a little bit on this side to break the balance. Okay, a little bit over here. Just watch out what you're doing and think about how to make it interesting, a little bit more dynamic. I'm gonna moving it a little bit more onto this side, like that. Okay. I want the movement to continue moving these directions. Okay, this is good. Now let's take a look at over here. And now it's pretty good. We already have very good foundations, and just have some small branches and make it look complete. Okay, that's good. That's good, like that. Okay, small branches. Okay, this is very good. And take a look at here. Okay, very well. Now we need something crossover over here. So let's take a look. There's a branch coming up over here. Here you go. Coming over this side, crossover. Okay, that's good. That's one, continue over here. One, continue over here. Okay, the looks is pretty good already. And we're gonna have a small branch over here too. Okay. Okay, and take a look here. We're gonna have some a little bit clear and small branches. Like that. That's good. Okay, now gonna come on to, we're gonna have a couple small branches over here. Wonderful, like that. Now I'm gonna have some branches on this direction. I'm gonna have this a little bit longer. That's good. If you have a shaky hand, and you can use a toothpick to do the small line. I have some learning lessons in the learning center talk about how to use different tools, including the bamboo sticks and the toothpick to do the dry trees. Just go to watercolor landscape library. That's good. That's pretty good. Now have a little bit motion going that direction. Okay. Now I'm gonna have a little bit more red over here. Have a little bit warmer. And here you go. Some branches. Some small line. That's good. Coming down over here. And some over here. Okay, slow down. And even you have a little shaky hand, even better for the branches. Okay, like that. Now with the wet and the wet look and the clear dry brushes mark, it creates a very interesting contrast for the painting, right? Okay, that's good. Like that. I'm gonna have something going across over, like that, over the tree. Okay, that's good. Okay, and I'm gonna have a little bit darker color. Now, gonna get a little bit darker at the bottom. Just get a little bit blue, and if you think the blue is too bright, too warm, too cold, and then get a little bit red color mix into it. And here you go. Now I'm gonna have that, and here you go. Now this is good. Right here, a little bit more shadow under, a little bit shadow over here. All right, now I'm gonna add just a few red color at the top. There we go. That few red color. A few dot. That's it. Okay, that's good. Just make a little small round shape. That's good enough. Okay, right here. A little bit more water. Just step on it. This also give a little bit distraction. That's good. A couple more over here. I think this is pretty good enough. Okay. Now let's come back, take a look. And the bottom over here, I think this need to be adjusted a little bit more blue color, a little bit over here, make it a little bit softer on this area. Okay. That's good. I also make those two trees even more in the distance. Okay. Softer, a little bit at the top. That's good. Okay, so this is very good adjusting. Okay, the bottom over here, I'm gonna have a little bit red. I'm gonna make it a little bit more clear separation between the ground and the background tree. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. Like that. And when it just get a little bit drier, you can splash some water on it if you want to. Okay. And I'm going to put a couple more line into here. Okay, here you go. Couple more line. And a little bit more suggestions for this very close to us. So the texture create the feeling of the distance. I know that life can sometimes be hectic and messy, but I hope that with art, you can relax and just enjoy the moment. I will see you in my next video.